This is the most important document in Ghana right now. So drop everything you are doing and give me just a few minutes of your time while I explain to you why this document, the Cybersecurity Amendment Bill 2025, can potentially ruin your life. So unless you've been living inside the Kufuor Gallon, you've probably heard of this new bill that has been floating around and everyone is saying it's bad. This is the new Cybersecurity Amendment Bill 2025 that was made available for a time in October for public consideration, and whatever you've been told about this, it's much worse. I have read this document and it reads like it was written by blockheads that were receiving direct impartation from the demon of corruption. This document will give one body in Ghana unchecked power over you, cybersecurity experts, and basically turn Ghana into a surveillance state. And if you don't know what a surveillance state is, just search Citizen4 and watch. Now, let's get into it. What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity in simple terms means protecting computers, phones, networks, and data from being stolen, hacked, or damaged. Basically, cybersecurity is the gateman or the soldier for your digital systems. I'm sure you have a cousin or a friend of a cousin who is doing cybersecurity in school. That's because it's one of the most sought after professions in tech and it can also pay really well. And in Ghana, one entity has been left in charge of this part of IT, the Cybersecurity Authority, or the CSA. And this new bill will give them power they shouldn't have. Under this new bill, if it becomes law, your information is no longer yours. Section 59C, power to request for information. This will allow the CSA to access your information with or without your permission. They can come to where you are with short notice and request you hand over all your data because, reasons. And for many of these powers, they don't need to see a judge first. They can act and then go and ask for permission later. Sometimes they wouldn't even need to inform you. Service providers can be forced to hand over user data, often under secret court orders or emergency disclosure rules. So your telco, like MTN, Telecel, the other one, what's the name, might legally be barred from telling you that your information has been handed over. Section 59D to 59I gives them the power and the right to copy and seize your information and extend searches from one computer to any connected system, all in the name of cybersecurity. Section 59J gives them even deeper powers like the aforementioned. Now, this is where some of you will say, but Kojovi, if you're not doing anything bad, why should you be concerned? It's only bad people that will be worried about these things. Well, guess who has the power to determine whether what I'm doing is wrong or right? The CSA. Remember, this bill will give them the power to act independently of any court or any institution who will check them. Section 59B, subsection 6. The authority shall in writing direct the freezing of property and shall within 14 days apply to the court for confirmation. This means once the authority determines by their own assessment that you have done something wrong, they can freeze your account and your assets immediately and go to the court later. This is a violation of the fundamental principle of being innocent until proven guilty. And if by now you are thinking, but Kojovi, what does this have to do with me? I'm not doing any of these IT and cybersecurity things. Why did you say it has something to do with me? Oh wait, there is more. Section 67A, cyberbullying. Now there are some good bits to this particular section, especially the one that involves protecting children. And you already know how I feel about that. There's also a section to go after people who share other people's nudes and stuff like that online. So those of you have been getting very excited when an influencer's nudes come out. Charlie, they are Ziggy, Cast, Apai, Keda. But here's the part that concerns me. Subsection 8. A person shall not use an electronic device or an electronic medium to deliberately spread false or misleading information with the intent to deceive or manipulate a person or a fact. Simple enough, right? Don't spread misinformation. Well, who determines what is false or misleading information? The people that were arrested recently, say Obama, Fanti Comedy, and the rest, their offense was a lot clearer. They were spreading false and harmful rhetoric. But under this bill, it's not really clear. I can say that Sam George looks like a pimp because this picture, like the way he has done his hair crown, he looks like somebody that you understand, which is not inherently misinformation or twisting a fact, but I can go to jail for this, theoretically, which infringes on my freedom of speech. And this sounds like something that an authoritarian government will write that they can use to silence their critics. And I refuse to believe that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will run such a government. Furthermore, under this bill, as a cybersecurity professional or anyone that the authority determines to be working with critical systems, you need to be certified by the authority. Section 57. Accreditation of cybersecurity professionals. An individual shall not practice as a cybersecurity professional unless accredited by the authority. And this can only lead to one thing. Corruption galore. Charlie, Ghana we did. Kululu everywhere. Do you think this authority will be different? Corruption will go on rough. People will be charged an arm, a leg, and their firstborn just to receive their certification. The CSA has direct financial incentive to certify as many people as possible and take a cut of that money. In my opinion, this isn't just regulation, it is a state-run protection racket. And apart from getting certified, you also need a license from the authority to operate in this country as a cybersecurity person or company. Section 49 goes into that and even specifies a fine of not less than 60,000 cedis if you are caught operating without one. This one will eventually kill the freelance and independent industry. So your child, your cousin, or even your spouse cannot work for themselves as easily as they are doing now. Another section will require the security of any new emerging technology, including artificial intelligence, blockchain, big data, cloud computing, etc., to be certified by the authority. Now, this might sound harmless to you. You need to be certified. We need to know that your system is secure, right? You have no idea. This will crash innovation. Perhaps you have an idea for a new type of ChatGPT that will only speak Ghana. Let's call this Obake GPT. You can build your Obake GPT, but you cannot legally certify its security without the CSA's approval. In a digital world, if you cannot prove your product is secure enough, no business will touch it and it will remain stillborn. The CSA ultimately becomes the gatekeepers of technological innovation in this country. Already, we are lagging behind with other countries. This will make our plight even worse. And after all this certification and licensing wahala, Section 92 gives the CSA the power to tell you what to do with your systems or your apps once they determine that your system or app is a critical information infrastructure. They can theoretically tell you to put a function in your app that will give them direct access to your data or your client's data whenever they want in the name of cybersecurity. So let's say you've created your own version of iCloud. The CSA can tell you to create a backdoor for them to gain access to those private files of your clients. Theoretically, of course. Are you starting to see the seriousness of the issue now? These are the type of things in the cybersecurity bill. So now the question some of you might be asking is that, Kojovi, so the people who wrote this thing, are you sure they are serious? Why would they even write something like this? Well, I think you all know the question to that. Let's say it together, boys and girls. Power and money! Yay! Yeah, well done, everyone. Well done.